Hi, this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stand. Today I'm going to continue my last tutorial. The last tutorial I was showing you how to make those safari animal with a micro glaze, and while I was doing the demo, so this is some extra cardstock, and I promised that I am going to use this cardstock to create the other project with the same stamp to show you that rubber stamp is so much fun just with the same stamps, and you can create something that totally different. So this is the project that I'm going to show you, and you're probably going to say, duh, it's exactly the same project. So what's special? This is what we're going to make today. I am going to show you how to make this 3-tier card. And I am going to carry the same techniques that I was showing you from the tutorial 134 to create the card like this. And of course, in this tutorial, I have a lot of great tips and something funny too, for sure. And let's start it. So if you are the first time view the Local King Online YouTube channel, welcome. This is a channel that we're going to have fun, and you also at the same time that you will learn something new, some great tips, some stamping techniques, and endless idea. So that's started. Okay, so before I start today's project, I would like to respond one of my email, the email I just received. It was an email from Susie. Susie is one of my regular customer. She was mentioning that recently she found out my YouTube tutorial have a lot of advertising. I am really appreciate that she sent me an email and let me know, because I'm totally new to this YouTube channel stuff. I have no idea that they insert like a 3 advertising during my tutorial. I would like to apologize that. So I am going to limit to 1, maximum 2 tutorial while you watch my tutorial. So if you find out that's boring, you can always skip. But remember, those tutorial, those advertising is kind of helped me a little bit, because all the convention show they are canceled. But be honest with you, I'm not counting on how much money I can make from the YouTube, because if I counting on the YouTube, I'll probably be very thin now, because I will not make enough money to support my life. I'm doing this YouTube is really for fun. I'm really enjoy what I'm doing, create something, and I can share my idea with my viewer. And recently I received a phone call from a lady. And guess what? She's 91 years old young. She just called me. She said, I just want to let you know that your video make me laugh. So that's priceless. I'm just so happy to hear that. I've been doing these over 12 years. And my youngest customer is 3.5 years old, and my oldest one now is 91. So thank you, Susie. Susie, you let me know, and I really appreciate it. So if you find out something about my tutorial, I am really appreciate it if you can send me an email or leave a comment to let me know, and I will totally listen and try to fix that. So that's to start today's tutorial. It's going to be a fun project, and you're going to a lot of information, and you are going to enjoy it. So in my last tutorial, I was showing you how to use this micro glaze to create a beautiful texture like this. And it is so easy. If you haven't watched that tutorial, make sure you go to DVD Online, Local King DVD Online Library, and find the card and just click the card. They will bring you to the YouTube channel. And I would like to correct one of the information. I just talked to Rob from the Judy King. They do not do the retail selling. So if you are looking for this product, please don't call them. Just go to Amazon or Walmart website, and you can find this micro glaze. So they are doing the wholesales only. That was the misleading, so don't call them. Okay, and so today's tutorial, I am not going to repeat the same tutorial I just showed you from my previous tutorial, and I am more focused on how to create this 3-tier layout, and but something I would like to share with you. So, and that's started. It is a good idea to create a prototype. Before I want to start my project, I always spend some time to working on the prototype. So if you are not sure what are you doing, you are all it's a good idea. And in this tutorial, I have marked down all the size of this cardstock. It's actually pretty simple, but you just need good information. And I have marked down all the size that you need, and we will go step by step, and I always provide all the size that you need in the bottom of that screen. Okay, basically we just need 3 sets of a cardstock, and the first one is going to be half size of a letter size. That's the foundation card. And the second one, I'm going to show you I'm going to list the size that you need. And the third one is this mini square one. So something like that. And you can pre-cut first, but you can always adjust a little bit, you know, if it's too big or if it's too small, you cannot adjust. So always just give a little bit back. Bigger is better than too smaller. So let's start with the first one. So first one is going to be half size of the letter size, and then you're going to cut folding in half. Okay, the folding part is going to be on the bottom, and then we're going to have a layering. Okay, so this is a layering, and then we're going to have a third one, and I already pre-cut with our corner die cut. So that's going to be in this month's tutorial special. Just make sure you check this month's special. We have a great promotion. I actually put a combo of these 3 sets. Is around $20.99. You get it all and free shipping. So just check all this month's special. You will find all the great deal over there. So that's our foundation card. And then the second one, so you can just pre-cut it first. That's going to be like this, and then the last mini one. Okay, so you can see I already pre-stamped this draft and the sentiment. Okay, and then this set is come with a mirror cat, but my mirror cat is missing. I don't know where did it go. So I didn't use it, but I just want to give you some option that that they have a mirror. This is a very cute mirror cat. Okay, so I already pre-cut. So in my last tutorial I was mentioning, because Micro Glaze is kind of like a wax. It's very, you know, it's just like after you apply it, the surface is very slippery. So it's a good idea that you stamp first, and then you do your Micro Glaze, and then you apply the color. So I'm going to just stamp that, the first one, and the rub. Okay, something like that. And remember the StazOn, they do deposit on your stamp. So after a while, you got to clean your StazOn. And then my the surface of cardstock is really slippery. You don't trust me? You can give it a try. You will find out. Okay, so just be very careful when you want to stamp it, and just make sure you give nice firm press. Okay, like this. And that's the foundation or the butt over there. Okay, and then this glossy paper, also in my previous tutorial I was mentioning, this glossy paper, they work well with water-based markers. So I just found out this espresso trophy is a good color too. So you can also use regular dye-based impact. Don't use the pigment impact. The pigment impact, they will never dry. Okay, so rubbing is always a good way to stamp ink your stamp, and I just use this beautiful espresso trophy to stamp some image there. If you find out the color is not like a dark enough, you can always use a StazOn, okay, to give it some little touch up. Okay, so just want to let you know that regular dye-based ink, you can even paint, you can color with markers. I am going to show you later. And just make sure this card is dry before you do anything else. And I'm going to just add a little bit this kind of espresso color. Okay, so instead of stays on black, I kind of use it's not that dark. You kind of separate the animals and the script. Okay, so that's our foundation card, and then now we're going to move to the next one. So next one, the size is going to be the width is 5 inches, and the height of the length is going to be 7 inches. So you're going to put in the half, that's become 5 and the 3.5 inches. So that's just to have a pre-cut first, and I show you what you're going to do. Okay, so I have all my paper here ready, right? And then you are going to grab a ruler around probably 3/8 inches. You're going to draw a line. Okay, so both sides is around the width is around the 3/8. Okay, and then so here is open, right? And then on the bottom also mark around the 3/8, something like this. Okay, and then you just need and we're going to trim it to make it look like a T shape. So T shape like this. I'm going to show you. So just use a larger scissors, and then you just trim it, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but try to do your best. Okay, so now we create something like a T, like a narrow top and a very wide, right? The T shape. This one is going to hitting inside that main card. So if you have some like a mark, it doesn't matter. But if you have some like if you are COD, you have to be perfect. You can just flip over and hiding those lines inside. So that's not going to disturb your something like that. And then if this craft cardstock, you find out that is too like a plain, you can just keeply touch out with Local King's Magic Mushroom, or if you have a makeup sponge or any kind of blending tool, you can just kind of give a little touch out. So that's my insert for the second layer. So the third one is also the same thing. I'm going to create a T shape, the upside down T shape. So same thing, you are going to do around 3/8 thickness, and remember the folding part is on the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to just use scissors again, like this. Okay, so that's going to be our little insert. Okay, like the oops, wrong. My calculator wrong. Okay, let me fix it. Okay, sorry about that. So it's miscalculated. That's why it's good to make a prototype. And I make a prototype and still make a mistake. So I make a 2 prototype. Okay, so let's do the same thing. We're gonna do like a little bit here, and that's like a 3/8 quarters. 3/8 quarters. And then remember the folding part is face down. So you're going to make it like a T, and the folding part is on the top, and I'm going to just trim it. So while I'm trimming, I'm going to share something very funny with you. I went to Michael's yesterday. I was doing some shopping, and you know, actually are doing very good business now. Most of the items are sold out because you know, all the kids, they are home, they got nothing to do. So what I can do, the best thing keeping them busy is crafting. So there was a mom, a pretty mom with a little boy. I think that boy probably like a 3-4 years old. So the mother was like looking for some material, and then the boy was follow the mother, and then he just asked, "Mommy, where are we?" And then the mom replied, he said, "We are at the craft store." So where's here? What's this store called? And mom said, "This is a store called Michael's." And then guess what? The little boy asked mom. And then so, oh, this story is called Michael's. So is Michael working here? And then the mom say, oh, sweetie, I don't think so. Michael working here. So that was hilarious. It's something fun I like to share with you. Okay, so I got all my pieces here, and now I'm going to tape it, and I'm showing you a great tips. Okay, so I have glue all my picture, like a stamp image on the car, and also this one. So this one I stopped right here because I something I like to share with you is that those die cut is really like a fragile, right? So if it and the tape cannot reach to that area. So what I like to do is I just use some glue. And then just to give it a little bit touch out, just put a little bit glue. And this is not special glue, it's just a quick dry adhesive. And I always storage glue this way, so that way it's easy to to use, as all the glue is floating to the button. So that way when I want to use it, it's much easier to do that. And then they dry clear too. So you want to make sure that you glue those fragile area. And remember, this card, the folding part have to be on the bottom. Isn't that pretty? So that's my 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to show you how to put them together. And before we do that, let me find my sample. You find out, oh, actually create a little water pot for my draft. He's thirsty. So I'm going to just glue over there. And you can see the draft, actually elephant have a little bit color, right? So for the elephant part is easy. What I do is I just kind of looking for this little bit color. A little bit yellow color, and then I'm going to just put it in a bonbon, a little bit color, just to give it a touch out. Have you seen the clean butt at the Zoom or Wild Safari? So I just want to give it a little bit touch on the bonbon. And for that giraffe, right? And I want to do some color too. So if you, you can use any kind of water-based marker. And remember, this is a glossy paper. So glossy paper, they don't really take the water well. So you got to be careful. But you can use the water too. So you can use the water-based markers too. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just paint my draft a little bit yellow. And then with Local Kings Magic markers, you can, if you have but the one thing is, or markers is designed to color directly on the stem, right? So have a big tip like this. If you can manage your painting directly on top, I think it should be fine. Okay, it will work well. Okay, but what you can do is also you can just put on the acrylic block. Okay. Create your own water paint. They are very moisture, and I just created a tutorial to show you how to refill your markers. Those markers just awesome. The only things you got to remember is because they are glossy paper, you got to be very careful. You don't want to have too much ink. And in some place that are actually covered with the Micro Glaze, those place the color will not stay. Okay, if you have 1 or 2 coping markers, you can, use coping markers too. So that's how I give a little bit color to my draft. So if you like it, you can do that. Just add a little bit touch out. Okay, but remember, any place they cover with a Micro Glaze, those watercolor will not cover those strokes. Okay, now we are going to put them all together. So we are going to need a foam tape. If you just use a regular double-sided tape, because they are 3 tiers, kind of like a sliding, you have to give it a little bit space so they can slide it smoothly. So we're going to need using foam tape, and then you probably ask me, they don't have a foam tape that fine. So what are you gonna do? We're going to make it. This is the foam tape I bought from dollar store. It's much cheaper. Anything when you say craft only, you know, scrapbooking actual, scrapbooking special, or you give them brand name, the price become double. This is just a regular foam tape I found from the dollar store. They are a little bit thin, right? So if you want to make a thicker foam, like a mounting, all you have to do is just folding it and then trimming it, and then you just double thickness your foam tape. So we're going to create our own foam strip, and I show you how. First, you have to have a piece of wax paper. This is, I am not sure those wax paper you use for cooking, it will work. So where did I get this wax paper? This wax paper is actually the backing of the Easy Mount. Or if you have those backing for the stickers, they are perfect too. So don't put them in the garbage. If you have like a double side tape, like those, like even like these kind of, you know, the back of this backing, you know, you can use that one. So they have a two side. One side is more shining than the other side. So that's a give a try. See, make sure they are not stick. Which side is yeah, that side, this side. So you won't be able to remove it after we cut it. So you just put a few, like a 2 strip, okay. And then one thing is very important is you don't make a lot. You only make when you, like how many do you need it? You only make it when you need it. Because I found out, like I just made this a while ago, probably just 1 month ago, not 1 month, 1 hour ago. And if you let them sit on that wax paper for too long, they actually become very sticky. It's hard to peel off. So if you just make it and while you you know, using it, it's okay for like a few minutes. But I think it's still, you can peel off. I just find out they are stuck, starting to sticking on that backing paper. Okay, and then you depend on how thick you want. They have a double side tape is like 1/6 inches. So I think like a quarter, I think 1/8 will do. To be able to do this one, you want to have a very sharp knife. You don't have to have a fancy knife. Just a regular dollar store craft knife will do, but you have to make sure that your blade is very sharp. And here is the trick how you can get a clean cut. Don't expecting every time just one cut you push so hard you're going to have a clean line. That's the wrong way to do it. You want to have a clean cut, you're going to just repeat 2 times. And then try to don't cut through all the paper. Okay, actually I think 3 will do. Okay, you can feel it. It's actually cut. Okay, 2-3 round will cut. So don't push too hard. If you push too hard, it's actually going to separate your foam tape from that piece of wax paper. It's hard to handle because they are so fine, right? So just you will, when you try it, you will, you know, understand what I'm trying to explain to you. You don't want to push all the way through to this wax paper. See the back, you can see maybe they have some mark, but they are not cutting through. This paper is thick. Okay, now we are going to mount on the car. So you're going to open it first, and then you are going to find your piece, right? And then try to put your second, like insert there, and then you are going to mark. I'm going to show you, going to bring close to show you. Can you see that mark? Okay, so that's the place that you can put your tape. You don't want your foam tape go over that one. So I am going to grab my foam tape here, And then because that mark, I can see very well where I have to put that foam tape. Isn't that great tip? Okay, so this L shape, yeah, L shape, that's L shape, I'm going to show you, is actually the stopper. It's to stop the car that you're pulling out from this base. So that, you know, is L shape, right? So don't remove the backing yet. Okay, grab the other piece. Okay, and again, going to put that. Try to get as close as the edge you can. Okay, just like that, and then trimming the size. And this is going to be your insert card. So far so good? Okay, and then next, same thing, don't glue yet. We're going to working on the second one, and then I am going to use my third layer, kind of put there, and then I'm going to mark. So it's very important you know where to stop the foam tape, right? And then I am going to put that foam tape here, a little bit short, it's okay. Okay, both sides, and then create that L shape again. These here. Okay, and I'm going to grab one more strip. See, I just put what I'm showing you, and now they are kind of sticking on that wax paper now. So just be careful. Only create the amount that you need. Don't try to do a whole whole sheet. Don't try to do the whole sheet. That way you end up to wasting your double-sided tape, even though they are cheap, right? Okay, so that's what's look like. Okay, when you do that, like I actually calculate perfectly, right? And then they can kind of just move like this. If you put your foam tape is a little bit too thick, you can always trimming your tape. So just trimming a little bit here, they will do. So now you put that inside one. So start from the small and then go down. So we're going to do that one. Okay, so remove it, holding this mini one, the third one, and then you're going to close it. Okay, push, 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 and then see, that way you create this insert. And then you are going to put this one on top over here. Make sure you have enough place they can slide in it. And remove your tape. Okay. And then close it. Okay. I have a little bit extra. I didn't fold my black cardstock perfectly. So that's just trimming that one. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, doesn't slide smoothly. Okay, used to. Oh, see, I have a little bit. This one pop out. That's a problem. So what you're gonna do? You got to make sure all your layering is nicely sit on your foundation card. Otherwise, when you slide it, they are going to cut on your front card. So that will affect your sliding ability. So let's just do that. Okay, and then make sure you clean the extra glue. Otherwise, when they go inside, they are all stuck there. Okay, and then the front will do a little bit. Let's do these. So that's how you create these 3 tiers slider card like this. Okay, so one more tips I am going to share with you before I end this tutorial. So what you're going to do is you're going to punch one hole here, and I have this cute draft ribbon, and then I just put a ball, something, you know, like this, and then you can see in the end of this ribbon have some kind of loosening in, right? That looks so unprofessional. So how are we going to fix that? Okay, so even though you use a very sharp scissor to trimming those ribbon, and sometimes they still have a losing in. So what are you going to do is that I'm going to share you a great tip. Do you know if you want to, if you have a lot of ribbon, they are wrinkly, how you're going to make them flat? You can iron them. Yeah, but that's going to be a lot of work. So the best way to iron your ribbon is not with iron, it's actually a light bulb. I don't have a light bulb anymore. Okay, just pretend this is a light bulb. Okay, and if you have so the light bulb, you have to turn on, okay? You have to have a little bit heat. If it's just temperature like the light bulb you buy from the store, it's not going to do the work. So you have to have like a lamp, you know, but not a very strong heat. And then you just kind of remove the cover, and then you just run through your ribbon, and then that will iron all the wrinkles. Aha! Isn't that a good tip? Okay, so if you have a lot of ribbon, you need to iron it, just give it a try, it work well. But I want to show you if you have this losing end, what are you going to do? The best weapon is the barbecue lighter. No, you can use a regular lighter too. So just be careful, okay? Don't burn your studio. So you kind of just kind of touch out that the end, and then they kind of melting it, and then they will seal that losing in. Okay, always like those lighters. This is the only lighter I don't smoke, so I don't have a lighter. So you kind of just heat up a little bit. I don't know, is the heat gun work? Let me try the heat gun. Maybe heat gun will work. Hey, heat gun works just fine. So you don't have to use a lighter, but just be careful when you use a heat gun because they do get hot. So try to keep a little bit distance. Just use a heat gun kind of melting the end of this ribbon, and then that will kind of seal that losing end. Okay, so this is today's tutorial with the same stamp set that on this month's special. So make sure you check it out. And more tutorial coming. So remember, if you like my tutorial and enjoy the tutorial, please help me to give me a thumb up and subscribe subscribe our YouTube channel. And sometimes if you see some of those advertising you don't really like it, just go pee and come back later. So this is Lisa from Low Cooking Rubber Stamp. Thank you for watching. See you next time.